What is going on, guys? Bet Records back for another fantasy football video. We're going to be doing a FanDuel lineup for this Thursday night football Week 13's matchup from, I should say, against the Dallas Cowboys playing the New Orleans Saints. I got Cole with me as always. Cole, what are our initial thoughts of this game? How do we think it's going to play out? Who do we think is going to lead at a half? What are your kind of initial thoughts here?
Honestly, I don't really know who's going to win this game. Like, the Cowboys in general, they've been showing that they are very beatable lately, which is kind of funny. And the Saints in general, I honestly don't know what to expect from them week in and week out. And this week it's a new quarterback in Taysom Hill, who's not, he's not really new, but he's starting, and you don't even know if Alvin Kamara is going to play either. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of question marks going into this game. Let's go and dive into this week's lineup. The MVP spot as always, and then the force flex spots underneath that. A lot of kind of position changes for both teams. Honestly, it looks like Amari Cooper should be back into the lineup, but he does have to pass a couple more tests before Thursday night. We are doing this one on Monday, so we're gonna give you guys what our thoughts are leading up to this. Cole, do we have to grab Dak for our MVP spot here in this one, or do you think we throw him in as a flex and maybe throw a wide receiver or maybe someone on the other side of the ball in that MVP spot for this week?
Honestly, I'd probably just say Dak because, I mean, it's not like he's doing horrible. Even though they lost last week, he still had 25 points. So,
right.
I don't know. I think, I'd have to put in Dak.
It's kind of what I think too. That's definitely the safest option. If you have, one of the slimmer ones where you're doing the penny trades, or I should say the quarter entries, you might want to throw in one of the wide receivers in that spot. But if you're doing a 50-50 matchup, I think Dak is a very safe bet. He's still averaging 21 points on the season, going against the Saints, team that just kind of doesn't really have it all together. So moving forward here, kind of talked about Kamara before this here, and he's practicing today, Monday again. He was at practice about an hour ago, did a very limited practice from the sounds of it. But the concern is whether he is healthy or not in Thursday's time. They got, 2 more practices since then. Do we think this is going to be more of a 50-50 kind of role? And again, Taysom Hill is coming back, like you mentioned, Cole, this week.
Yeah.
What do you think the running game is going to look like for the Saints coming into this week here?
Frankly, I don't think there is going to be too much of a running game this week for them, because if Alvin Kamara is still injured, I doubt he's going to get the workload he normally gets. And Taysom Hill, like you said, will probably steal goal line touchdowns. If anyone running back wise for the Saints, I'd say Ingram, but I don't know. I don't really like the running backs this week for the Saints. I would much rather go for the receivers.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with that, and I think we might, end up kind of Dallas heavy on this one, which I think is okay as well. There's just a lot of question marks all around for the Saints. I think we should grab Taysom Hill, though.
Yes, for sure.
See where that guy is even in here. Here he is, 7,000. I definitely agree there because it does sound like, at least on Monday again, he should be starting this week. Definitely has a lot of rushing upside as we've seen week in and week out. Might split some time with Seaman just because, that's what the Saints like to do. But at the end of the day, Taysom Hill should be seeing the majority of the workload from what we're seeing so far here. Kind of going down the list, we do still have Cooper down here for the illness. It looks like FanDuel is still kind of 50-50 on him playing this week. But kind of tell us some more about the run game for Dallas this week, Cole.
I'd much rather go with Tony Pollard because on the Yahoo app, it's saying that the Cowboys are considering giving Ezekiel Elliott time off so that he can heal from the lingering knee issue, I think it is, that he's had over the last couple of weeks. He hasn't been anywhere near as explosive as Tony Pollard had been and is whenever he's playing. So honestly, I'd much rather grab Pollard than I would Elliott this week.
Yeah, and I agree with that as well. I mean, even FanDuel kind of mentioned something about even if Elliott does play, he mentioned something. Elliott himself mentioned something about them kind of limiting his workload within these next couple weeks leading up until the playoffs too. So I think again, even if they split 50-50, we've seen Tony Pollard, do amazing. Still averaging 10 points per game almost, and especially within the past couple weeks and this recent news, I think that is a very good grab to make as well. I'm a little bit concerned Elliott might steal a touchdown if they do split it, 50-50, if they get to the one,
Yeah.
give it to the big guy, whatever. But I do like the upside and the explosiveness potential from Pollard this week as well. Let's so do we take the chance with Cooper, do you think, Cole, this week? I mean, he's not injured. We know he just had COVID, so he has to, pass those 2 tests. And you guys should know by Wednesday, if not Thursday, of course. So make sure you guys are refreshing, the news on those days, coming back to those lineups as well. Which one do you think you want to take the gamble on this week? Or do we even want to look towards that third option of Michael Gallup?
Well, Michael Gallup had a decent amount of points last week, but that was also with CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper out.
Right.
I like CeeDee Lamb a little bit better because his injury was only a concussion for one, so
Sure.
he'll be back. Amari Cooper's, I don't remember what his injury was, but it's not a concussion.
No, it
And
was the
he's
COVID.
questionable. Oh, it was COVID? Well,
Yep.
okay. Well, I like CeeDee Lamb better this week.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good safe bet. I mean, we know he's going to play either way, just whether the Cooper news, goes up or down. So,
Yeah.
we're still locked in there. We can still check and make that salary cut decision if we want to. I do think if he does start, it might be a good option if you're trying to, throw a Mark Ingram in there or someone as well, just due to the budget. But I do like securing Lamb in that spot. Final spot. Oof. This is going to be a tough one, Cole. I'm going to give you 3 options. Oh, Cedric Wilson has an ankle issue. Okay, let's not throw him in there. I'm going to give you 3 options, Cole. We got a lot of money to work with, a lot of names on the board here.
No, we do.
I'm going to give you these 3, I think, are the best. I'm going to do 4 best options here. Michael Gallup, that third wide receiver there. Dalton Schultz, who has been performing very well as well, very touchdown dependent, but against the Saints, pretty good passing defense, might be a good target in that end zone. Zerline would be a very safe bet as well. He might get over 10 points just due to the Saints. Again, maybe stopping him on the 30 or the 40, kicking a 5-yard field goal or 50-yard field goal or even 2 will get us way above that. Or Marcus Callaway, I think, is the best option unless you want to go with Tre'Quan Smith. But who do you think we should pick here to round it off? Do we go expensive and grab? We could even grab Cooper, and kind of monitor that. But who do you think?
Man, I don't know. Taking another Cowboy would just be kind of risky. I feel like that's way too heavy on the Cowboys.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
don't
the
mind
options in New Orleans is not very good.
Right, I know, and it's going to be a spread of the field. I mean, we see Marquise Callaway, 8 points per game. Tre'Quan Smith is emerging a little bit within the past couple weeks here, but again, still under 8 points per game. You go down the list, that isn't any better as well. Deontay Harris, that third option in there, 7 points per game. What do you think?
Marquez Callaway. Or Zerline.
I like Zerline.
Yeah.
Let's secure Zerline, fill it up there. We do have a lot of money remaining here, $2,500, but a lot of it is just because we're trying to pick these upsides. We're trying to, risk it a little bit. Hopefully, I might honestly put this one in one of those quarter bets there, but we did grab Dak Prescott as our MVP this week, just because he should be the safest option. He should get the most points this week. He's still averaging 21 points per game. Then we also grabbed Taysom Hill, who should be the starting quarterback this week for the Saints. Has a lot of rushing upside as well as coming back. and practicing this whole week with the first starters. Tony Pollard, we did pick on the Dallas side for the running back committee there. We are thinking Elliott is going to have a reduced role, and Pollard should have another explosive week coming up against this game here. CeeDee Lamb, we grabbed a couple options with wide receiver for this week as well. But CeeDee Lamb has been a very consistent and safe option this whole week, no matter who's playing alongside him, whether Cooper is healthy or not. And then we did round this one off with Zuerlein. Again, another safe option, especially against a Saints defense who is pretty good at not letting up a ton of points. I think Zuerlein is good for at least 3 field goals and at least 2 or 3 extra points as well this week. So that is our lineup here for this one. Cole, you got anything else to wrap this one up?
Nope.
Alrighty. That is it for this one. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Make sure to follow our Instagram at BetRecords as we are posting PrizePick lineups and best picks. We're posting these every week as well. We got our podcast on YouTube, so make sure you're hitting the subscribe button here, following us in the middle, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Later.